And that's where training comes in. Training of the mind. So training begins with the conscious mind, then transfers to the subconscious as habits and patterns begin to develop. So training begins with the conscious mind, then transfers to the subconscious as habits and patterns begin to develop. So, so this last one of these, I guess it's not the last one, but so this last part here is, so we have to have a gate on our conscious mind. We have to be able to have some kind of control of what comes into our conscious mind and what we reject, what we accept and what we reject. On the left at the top, you can see, if we accept curious and creative and thoughts or logic and reason or exploration or innovation, vision, mission, and goals, if we're thinking about those things consciously, then subconsciously we're going to adopt those ideas and we're going to have results in our lives like self-discovery and enlightenment, or we're going to learn how to solve problems and find solutions, or discovery and progress, or influence and inspiration. So it is a cause and effect. When we think good thoughts that are positive and growing, that lead us to grow, our subconscious is gonna follow. It will always follow those thoughts. But on the right side of the page, then, if we're always seeking pleasure or avoidance of discomfort, or if we're just overwhelmed with fear or pride, or if we have a sense of helplessness or defeat, or we think we're a victim, or we're looking for justice and revenge, and those are the things, the thoughts that we allow to come into our mind, well, then the output of that, our subconscious mind will develop in such a way that comfort and complacency will be important, or focus, and we'll focus on our shortcomings, and we'll think less of ourselves, or will be resistance to change, or we'll have depression and anxiety, or we'll crash and burn because of our pride, and we'll suffer because of the things in life, all the decisions that we made that were poor decisions because we chose to just allow garbage to come in, or we'll end up with isolation and loneliness might be the result of that. So it's important that we learn that we are the gatekeepers of our mind, and it's important that we understand that we don't have to adopt all of those things that are destructive in our minds. We can choose to reject those and choose to accept other ideas that come at us. So cause and effect. Every thought that your conscious mind chooses to accept, your subconscious mind must accept. It may take some repetition. You've probably heard it takes 21 days to make a habit. Other people say it's 75 days to create a habit. I don't know. I don't think there's really a recipe, but when your conscious mind makes good decisions over and over and over, your subconscious will follow. It may not be on day one or day two or day three, but it will follow. And every day it does it, your subconscious mind will adjust. It's kind of like your body working out. You're not going to work out one time and be in shape, but the more you work out, the more you work out, and the more you retrain your muscles, after a little while, your body will respond and match your conscious effort to work out. Your conscious mind is the master over the subconscious mind. You have to remember that. That means you decide how you feel. You decide the thoughts that control your emotions. All right. So how does this relate to coaching? So coaching requires that we help bring conscious awareness to our clients, so they can make the conscious choice to change. So consciousness and awareness are two great words in coaching. We bring conscious awareness to other people. And so in order to do that, a coach needs to understand this process well so that we can do that, so that we can help other people think with their conscious mind and not just default to their subconscious mind. So I hope that makes sense. So that's the end of this presentation. Do you guys have any thoughts on this? What stands out as something remarkable here that maybe is a new thought to you?
I never really thought of consciousness.
I would say that we allow our subconscious mind to think for us a lot more than what we realize,
Yeah,
which isn't good if you want to be in control of what's going on.
right. explains a lot of our behaviors too, doesn't it?
Yep.
What's the role in coaching in all of this?
What was that question again?
So, what role does coaching play in all of this when we're working to help people?
Well, I would say that if people are doing things by their subconscious mind, that means they're not completely aware of what's going on, and that's probably why they're having a hard time changing what they're doing. So we have to help them understand that. But for us to do that, we have to know how we think too.
Right, that's true. So, leadership always starts with you, doesn't it? And then it works out to other people from there.
Yes.
Yeah. And the other thing too is you can't make somebody aware of anything. The only thing you can do is try to bring things to their attention so that they will embrace that awareness.
That's so true.
Think about a younger child. You keep telling them the same thing over and over, and it keeps bouncing off their skull. And then one day, they just kind of figure it out for themselves, and you kind of think, well, duh, I've been saying this for years, and you're just now getting this. Well, that's why, because we all need to come to our own conclusions on our own. Doesn't mean we can't have help, but when people bring things to us, an awareness, we're either going to listen to what they say and think through it and embrace that same awareness and then move forward, or we're just not going to see it. We're just not going to see it the way that they do. And a lot of that's just maturity. So.
I also think that thinking about it from a subconscious mind might help you realize how you're getting in your own way.
Right.
So, like for me, I've gone back to drinking pop because I think I need it because I'm tired all the time, but that's just my subconscious mind telling me that I need it, but I really don't
Because you
because I'm not thinking with my conscience. I'm
because
letting my
you're
subconscious tell me.
yeah, your subconscious remembers how good it tastes.
Yep.
Yep. That's so hard.
Just never tell yourself you don't eat pizza.
Yeah, that's true. That would just be a big lie.
Yeah, worse.
That's true. All right. All right. Any other thoughts or any questions um, about the
There were a couple
presentation?
slides that you presented that we didn't have on our sheets.
Yeah, that's not always going to be
These
a
are two
complete.
for this. What's that?
Yeah, there may not be a. It may not be a complete. The slideshow may not always be exactly the same.
Okay.
So, but I can send you
Hey,
the key. Go ahead.
totally off topic, but did you ever find out how the cookie bars are baking in the other stores?
I'm sorry. How the what?
S'mores bars are baking in the other stores.
I have not. I don't think Mickey's on the call anymore. Mickey, you're not on the call anymore, are you?
Did she get off? Oh,
She was only at the beginning
okay.
part. Yep. So, no, I haven't been able to talk to anybody about it yet. But yeah, she'd be the person to ask. So, all
I
right,
was
guys.
hoping she was still on.
Yeah. Well, that was section 3. I hope you guys found that more interesting, maybe than the ethics from last week. That was kind of boring, but we had to get through it. So,
That's very good.
yeah, no doubt. So, anyway, this is kind of fun to think about this stuff. But I would definitely memorize that chart, this whole model that I just talked about. And whenever you meet with people, feel free to get your pencil out and a blank piece of paper and draw that little head and that little body and draw a line down the middle and talk through it with people. Sometimes people can really, especially if you apply whatever it is they're going through, and you can help connect that to their conscious mind or their subconscious mind. Sometimes a light bulb will come on when you can use that model. And that's why it's here. This is why that model is being taught so we can actually think through it and understand ourselves, but then also use it to help other people. So
Okay.
anyway, all right, thanks guys.